Hey, what's up guys? This is Rapid Fills here, and today I'm bringing you another video. I got a question over the weekend. Should I use an indicator or not use indicators on my charts? And I'm going to address that in the video. If you find any value in this video, please hit the thumbs up, hit the subscription button. We're bringing you more value as much as we can when we have time. If not, come join us every day. We trade live with live screen, on voice. We do our watch list live, and we work and we trade live as well. So if you're not following me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter, mechanicinvestors.com, and Rapid Fills on Twitter. And let's get into the video. So this is one of my standard charts that I use on the day-to-day basis. And a lot of people ask, should I use the moving averages? Moving averages are a lagging indicator. Should I use VWAP? Is VWAP something that I want to trade? And if you form, and this is obviously my opinion, if you form your patterns around something, and this is what you used to see, I can definitely trade price action. I can trade with no moving averages, but this is how I had my chart set up at the beginning, and this is what I stuck with, right? So for example here, I don't use a moving average for an entry, right? Because the stock will not give you that opportunity. What I use them for is to guide me. So for example, let's bring this whiteboard here really quick and try to use it and make a point. So let's say, for example, the stock is going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, right? So this is how the stock trades, right? Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Now I know, I see that, right? But what I also see, most likely, the moving averages are following the price action like that, right? So what this tells me is the stock is respecting the moving averages, right? Because it's above it. Doesn't mean if it comes right under, it's a short, or if it's going the other way, obviously, and the price is falling and the moving average is here, this is a long. No. All it's giving me is a visual idea of might be, in my case, a trend line, right? Let's see if we can make a trend line here. Can we make a trend line? No, I just installed this tool here. It's supposed to be like an easy one. Doesn't look like it. Let's go back here. Let's use our pen. Well, maybe we can use this. No. Here we go. So it just tells me this is an uptrend, right? And I'm used to seeing this trend going above, and then when it cracks, but how does it crack? Does it crack? Is it a higher highs, higher lows, and then it cracks the trend line, and it's under the prior low, and now it's a bearish price action? Or is it a higher high, higher high, and then it goes parabolic, and then it still puts that higher low, and it dips to support? These are little things that you need to see, and the moving averages will give you a visual. So here's an example here. So we see the stock just went up, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. And this is a new high, and this is the prior high, and now we just cracked it. Do you see that? Now this, with a combination of the moving average and a trend line, obviously DOS has this weird going on right now, weird trend lining. You can see the trend line is moving higher. The moving average was moving higher. The 20 moving average is moving higher. And then when the price action cracked a new high and it broke the lows, that's when it tells me the price action is moving the other way, right? Here, for example, the price went parabolic, went all the way above the moving averages, and it pulled back. What is the low? It's higher than the prior low. So even if this broke the trend line for somehow, right? It's not a broken trend to here. So what I'm trying to say is the trend line is an indicator, right? And here, the trend line is an indicator. But here, it's not valid when it broke it because the low is higher than this low, and this low is higher than this low. And here, the low is lower than this low after a new higher high. That tells me that it might be a reversal. So another situation here in the chart is when the stock crosses the moving averages, right? When it's coming down here, the lows, it's a price action. But what the moving averages are telling me is the average price is choppy, right? Because it's not above or under and it's holding, but it's up and down. You see how it's all crammed together? So the trend doesn't hold until they actually go to a direction, either up or down, in this case. Here we can see the moving average is just moving up, 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 up. But this is obviously not a healthy move up. This is what we call an extended move to the upside. This is a healthier move where it goes up, down, up, down, up, down until it breaks, and now the trend is lower. Now we have a higher low, a lower low, a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Now we get to the most asked question. If the stock is under the VWAP, that means it's bearish, and if it's under the VWAP, it's bullish, right? So a lot of people use this as this is bullish and this is bearish if this is the VWAP. So I think that's alone, it's not enough. You have to use the price action to determine if the price is actually bullish or bearish, right? Because just because the stock went through a place and came back, this is not a break. This is a break, but it's not holding. Just because it went through a resistance, it's not a break. And if it just because it went through a support, it's not a breakdown. So here, for example, it went under the VWAP. My purple line is the VWAP. So here it went under. So you will think, oh, this is a short, and then you get stopped out, and then you get short again, then you get stopped out, and then you get short again. What is the pattern? What you're not seeing is the stock is literally a support. I don't care if it's under or over. It just gives me an idea where the stock is at. The VWAP is a volume average price. So that means the volume is here. The average people's price is here. And then literally it's a support. So is this a short or a long? I don't see anything. It did not break the channel to the upside or break the channel to the downside. It just pierced it here, bounced back up, pierced it here, bounced back up, pierced it here, bounced back up. This, it could be a thing, but this is an extended move. So it's not a break until here. But even though this is the last minutes, this is what investors own, right? The last half an hour, that's where they're gonna position themselves. But I just wanted to make sure to deliver or give you these couple of ideas. Let's recap what we just talked about. So indicators can help you see price action. Just always remember the price, it goes up and down, up and down. The VWAP, above VWAP and under VWAP is just a guide. It's not set in stone. If under, short. If above, go long. No. And then the moving averages are a guide. Where's the moving averages regarding with the trend line? What are you making? Higher lows, higher highs? What are you doing? And if you go to any stock, you will see these patterns all over the time frame, right? We've seen them here. See if I can find something here where you can see higher lows, lower highs, lower highs. Let's go to a daily. Same thing. You can see the waves coming up. You can see how they're coming up to a moving average, bouncing back up. Coming to a moving average, bouncing back up. Coming to a moving average, bouncing back up. So these are the guides that people use, in since they're commonly used, moving averages. That's why moving averages are a visual indication. But in my opinion, solely you can't rely on them as a guide for short or long, but you can use them as a guide with a combination of a price action to come to a conclusion if this is a long or this is a short. Hope you guys learned something. Again, just follow us, Mechanic Investors. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Peace.